Hello.
Hello. And welcome to Total Exposure Live. I am your girl wishing on gems, Total Exposure's visionary.
Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Chromes. I'm one of the event managers based here in London.
Hi, I'm Butch Cassidy, resident DJ and guest host for this week, it looks like. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
What have you guys been up to this week?
Oh, it's been a crazy week for me. But when the sun came out Monday, Tuesday, I was over the moon. I was over the moon. Me and Vitamin D are best friends. So me getting out there and just letting the sun kiss me all over my face. It's been a while anyway since I had kisses. Jeez. So you know, getting the sun to come and kiss me all over my face and on my arms. I was happy. I was well happy. And yeah, it's been good for me on Twitch as well. Loads of good sessions. So yeah, it's been good.
I've been seeing every day you pop up on my phone. Butch Cassidy live.
Yeah, man. Twitch is the place for DJs right now, especially if you are keeping to the rules. Instagram's had its time. Facebook never loved us. So and YouTube, you can't really do it. So Twitch is our new home and it's really good and it's interactive. I've met like online a good few people. And a couple of people that are following me in my group because of my sessions so far, they bought me a birthday present already. They've bought me a birthday present. Yeah, it's crazy to go and see an artist that I've been championing. So it's one of them, you know, proper restrictive concerts and stuff, but they bought me tickets to go and see an artist. So, you know, and I've only been talking to these people for the last 2 months, but that's, to me, that's just a little thank you. So I'm chuffed. I'm really chuffed. That's why I say Twitch has been super good. How's your week been?
It's been very productive.
Good.
I received this package from Miss Janisha.
Oh, okay. Hold it closer. Bella. Oh, what's that?
Well, I haven't actually seen what's inside, so I'm going to unbox it now.
Okay.
So, Bella is a company that usually does stuff for like little kids, books and colouring books and exercise books for them to learn. She started it during COVID-19.
Oh, yes. Bella. Okay, yep.
And in the box is some cards.
Oh, wow. Is that silhouette cards? Is it silhouettes?
It says, a mother's love endures through all. So I'm guessing it's like a mother's affirmation cards.
Oh, that's nice. That is good.
Every day you pick out a card and it should have something inspirational for your day.
Inspirational or positive to start your day. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. I can't wait to unpack.
Nice. That is nice. That is nice. That is nice.
Thanks, Miss Lee.
No, you know what? It's nice when you get little gifts. It's the little things that count. Ooh, who's coming in? Miss Crow.
Thank God I'm back.
It's like you've dropped off the face of the earth. Where did you go?
Listen, I was introducing myself.
She's gone again.
My laptop crashed. I had to restart, guys.
Oh, damn.
But hello. Good evening.
How was your week?
How was your week?
My week. Well, let's just say we've all been busy, innit?
Yeah, but how was it?
Good. Busy. Stressful. Fun. Yeah, just a mixture of things.
You've been through the
that's
work
good.
this week.
I have.
Did you manage to catch some of the sunshine on Tuesday?
On my balcony.
Oh, okay.
High up.
Working. Research. Yeah.
Have you got any riddles for us? We can get one up on Jaisha this week, yeah? She's not here.
Are you really going for the riddles again? Oh my life, these things annoy me.
Wait.
Have you got one?
Yeah, but I just
I do.
Oh, can
What
one
goes up but doesn't come down?
your age?
Huh? Age.
Yeah.
I said before.
Oh, you lot got to do better than that. We've got people to impress. Come on.
Listen, Butch, I was trying to give you an easy one, okay?
All right, but
me?
that one's easy though. It's similar to this one. What goes up and down but can't move?
What goes up and down but can't move?
Yeah.
The temperature.
Temperature moves.
It moves.
How does temperature move?
It goes up and down. One day,
But that's what she just said. Hello, did you listen? She said, what goes up and down but doesn't move?
Can't move.
Yeah, the temperature.
Oh, okay. The thermometer, yeah.
So that's not the answer.
What goes up and down and can't move?
Can't move.
Oh, I know what it is, but I'll let Butch do it.
No, I'm gonna get, because I know it's gonna be something really corny. Just go for it. Go on.
Stairs.
A staircase.
So coming up, what we got? Guess I am not involved. I swear to the Lord, I'm not involved. You lot crack me. A staircase. Oh, no, well done. You got me. That's realistic. You got me.
So who have we got on the show today, Miss Croons?
Well, tonight, joining us, as a guest host, is LM.STERLING, and she is a media and communications creative, specializing in photography. She started back in 2012 studying public relations, events, and fashion photography at Birmingham City Uni, and continued as a freelancer professionally so after for about 6 years. And now she's forever helping others with their portfolios, business branding, and marketing strategies. When I say this woman, I've seen her work. So when she means business, she means business. But let's bring on LM.STERLING.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello.
Thank you. I love that. She means business. She means business.
Oh, I'm ready to talk about it when you are, you know.
For those of you who don't know, LM.STERLING is part of the Total Exposure team. She is one of the people that stays in the background. She doesn't like to be seen, but she's here today.
I am. No, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be doing the live with you guys, see what it's like. It's actually quite nice. I'm enjoying it so far. I was having some jokes behind the scenes already. That staircase riddle, I would have never guessed that. That was a good one.
Thank you.
I like that. And,
you never know, we might fling one out later just to baffle your mind.
Please don't.
I'm gonna have one for you. Definitely.
So Laurel, talk us through how you started in PR and moved to photography.
So with media and communications, there's like a broad range of different fields. It's covering like public relations, music promo, events, photography, TV, everything, right down to journalism. And I went in as a public relations specialist in uni, but after the first year, started having a change of thoughts, wanted to try out some new things, like spend more time with it. And then I ended up in events. Photography wasn't even my specialism, but it eventually just became the module I fell in love with the most, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
So it was mostly just the actual lessons. Like I was kind of watching our lecturer. He was showing us his work a lot of the time and how he managed to put it all together. And I just found that really inspiring, just to see how you can literally visualize something and then create it yourself, like bring it to life. Yeah, that was pretty much my first inspo. But yeah, I guess I've always had an interest with the camera anyway. I've always been that person who will capture the moments with their friends, their family.
Yeah, you've done many events, photography on our events before. What do you look for in like taking shots of like the natural essence of people?
So that is, yeah, that is pretty much what I focus on. I want to capture someone's essence. So I like to, especially if it's studio work, when it's one-to-one, I like to kind of engage in conversations and make jokes just to see if I can draw out their character. Kind of focus on what makes them individual, like what are their unique differences, and then that becomes my focal point. With events, it's very different though. You're looking for the smaller moments that no one else is going to really notice because they're living in the moment. But little things like greeting someone as they enter or catching two people laughing in between a joke, it's like those are the things no one sees until they're looking back at the pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember on one of the events, you caught me and Aisha arguing over who's gonna sweep the floor.
See, because I could actually hear that conversation, I just thought that was a really funny moment. But yeah, looking back at the picture, it's like, whoa,
we're like,
these guys are warring.
May I ask, just going back on the history, obviously you said you studied in the field, so what would you say to anyone listening through, like your experience of first jobs or first experience or work experience? How was yours, and what did you take away from it?
So my first experience was very independent. You're always encouraged when you're started out to kind of go out and just explore the fields, explore different styles, and really figure out what is really for you. Because as you know, there's fashion, there's beauty, there's photojournalism, where your pictures have to tell a story. So it's very easy to just try everything, and then once you've done that, you kind of learn, okay, this is for me. I did a lot of fashion-based projects. And first one was a self-portrait, but I had to kind of use beauty products to help portray what I wanted to show. So I quickly realized from then I enjoyed working with fashion and beauty combined. My second one was more of a team project where I had about 6 different models, makeup artists, wardrobe stylists, props, the works. So it was pretty quick for me to discover that's what I love to do. And then after a couple of years of doing that, I thought I should probably try out some other things. But yeah, I'd just advise anyone, just don't take 2-3 years to explore. Do it all first and then kind of niche yourself in.
It sounds like you look for the story in a picture.
Yeah, so it's funny you said that. I'm not going to reveal too much, but I'm working on a project for mental health, and that is going to be the whole aim around it. If I'm going to capture someone, I want to know that there's a story behind it that can be reflected through the photograph. Yeah, I think it just makes it more powerful, more meaningful that way.
I was going to say, it's not easy though, is it?
As well, mad.
No,
it can't be easy to catch. I suppose that's why cameras take multiple pictures, so you can keep hitting bursts, and then you could pick, you know, which one. I don't know. I'm not technical, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that is. Sorry.
You're framing the picture. No, I'm just saying. Otherwise, you're framing a picture and you're getting it all sorted to tell that story, or you've got the other style where you capture a moment. So that's what I'm saying. There's two different styles. Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
I think, like you say, the short bursts, they would be perfect for capturing a moment, because you never know if you can actually miss that moment. So if you've got a staggered series of photos, then you can pick out which one best visualize that. But
yeah,
if it's a one-to-one situation, then yeah, you want to take your time finding the model's best angle, best lighting. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, I mean, you've even done a shoot for me. We've done a one-to-one, and it was an outdoor. When was that? That was like 3 years ago.
We shot on location. That was a nice day. And that's another thing, actually. You should really make sure, if you are going to shoot outdoors, lighting is key. I'm sure we chose a pretty early time in the day as well, because you have less. Yeah, got less people around. The lighting is fresh. Like, you can manipulate the outdoors a bit more to your favor than if you just go out, say, like 3 o'clock, when you can't control who's just going to walk past you, or if it's going to suddenly start raining. Like, we had a very good day.
That was a wicked day. But you are someone that is actually easy to work with, and you're just straight to the point as well. And
yay.
No, it's good. It's a good look, because you're not someone that, you know, if someone didn't look 100%, you would tell them, do you know what, fix this part. Do you know what?
Yeah.
You're not someone that would just take a picture out just for the sake of doing it, you know?
See, I really like to try and get a feel of the person I'm shooting and make sure I kind of paid attention to what they would appreciate, especially. So I'm not very overcritical, but if I know someone's going to look at their picture and they're going to expect to see a certain standard or a certain quality of modeling, then as I'm shooting, I need to be on it. I need to say, look, that stray hair cannot stay there. If I know that person's not going to like the picture with the stray hair showing or something like that. Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Have you got any pros and cons and do's and don'ts?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll say yes. My do's and don'ts would be more in terms of what you should and shouldn't do for shooting on a budget.
That's handy.
Okay, that's handy. All right. Everyone get your pens and phones out. This is good.
Ready for this?
Okay, so this is just what I've kind of learned over the years. I mean, as you know, I'm not like majorly established, but I do enjoy trying to find different ways to keep myself consistent with it. And I will start with the do's. I will say, do invest in your own lighting, tripod and lenses, as well as a camera. But we know that cameras are crazy expensive. So if you can, it would be even better if you can find a good rental place. That way, especially if you're starting out, you can test out different models and brands and figure out which one's best for you. And you don't have to just have one that you're stuck with, even if you're not fully familiar with the features, basically.
Okay.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. What's another one? I would say keep your camera on you at all times if you do have your own, because there's been a lot of times where I've been in situations where I thought that would be a great photo, but I couldn't take it. So yeah, that should be my first tip, really. Always have your camera with you. But,
I've heard you say that enough times.
Yeah, see, because there's always a moment when I'm like, we should have captured that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second one is if you haven't got it, then rent it. It's a great way to experiment. I would say before just jumping straight into a studio, do look at tutorials, and in the meantime, set up a home studio. It's not as crazy as it sounds. You can work with backdrops. I mean, using fabrics, bed sheets, anything that's like really wide and you don't see through it, basically. That would be ideal. But I would say it's a nice way to start off, but eventually do try and invest in real backdrops just for that professional look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
My last do, because obviously editing plays a huge part in photography, if you cannot afford a Mac, the next best thing to do would be investing in a gaming laptop, because they are already designed to make sure that they have high quality colors and high definition graphics.
Good shout.
Yeah. So those are my main do's. My don'ts, I don't have a lot of don'ts. That's the great thing with photography. You have a lot of freedom to just explore and see what just doesn't work for you personally. But what I found I have a really bad habit of is snapping away and then having like 900 photos to get through, being stuck with like 500 that I think are still really good, and then wanting to edit through them all.
Oh no.
So yeah, my don't is don't overload yourself. Set a realistic number of images that you can edit based on how much time you have to edit. I think most photographers generally offer about 10, and I'm starting to understand why. In about 2 weeks, you can perfect 10 pictures, but if you try to do maybe 50 pictures, you've probably rushed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great advice, Laurel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. So all those listening out there we go. There's a few tips, do's and don'ts. Always goes down well on Total Exposure.
Always.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one more, sorry, because I've spoken to a lot of photographers and they've like quit being photographers after like a year because they didn't quite get a lot of consistent work and probably felt like that meant they weren't that good. Just don't feel disheartened if you're not getting consistent work. It is a very hard industry to be in, and practically everyone with the latest phone now can take their great pictures. So they're not going to try and spend 500 for you unless you are well established. But if this makes you happy, just keep doing it. Don't know what doors it will open.
I got a question.
Oh, you got one. I got one too. You go first, James.
I was going to say, how important is it to have a mentor, and what does a mentor do for you in terms of development?
Ooh, okay. So really important, actually. It's important in terms of keeping you on the right path, guiding you in the areas that you might lack experience or just feel like you want to learn more or need to prioritize more. I've actually had 2 mentors over the last few years. The first one helped me to develop, firstly, in terms of what equipment I needed, especially if I'm going to be shooting at events, because the stuff that I'm using now even still isn't up to scratch. Like this is stuff that he's had to put his kit together like over 10 years. But it's shown me that I still have a long way to go, if that makes sense. But now I know what I'm working towards.
Yeah.
He also helped me with events in terms of how to interact with people, because I was used to being behind the scenes and just in studios. Coming out into the real world and wanting to take people's pictures, I'd be like, hi. Hi. So now he's shown me like that you have to just go up to them, crack a few jokes, get them laughing, and say, "Oh, can I get a picture?" And it just plays out so much more natural that way. The photos look more engaging rather than awkwardly like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take my picture." But yeah, the second mentor I had helped me more with marketing, advertising. He was really important because he showed me the importance of networking and making sure that I'm consistently engaging online so that people can at least remember to think of me if they ever need a photographer. Yeah.
And
that kind
of leads into my question, which was, how important is it for a photographer, if that's the right phrase, to have their own profile or website in today's market?
Very important. For one, I mean, you don't necessarily have to have a website. That is just if you want to direct new people to a place where they can book and it's not just like constantly coming through your phone. But you do definitely need to have a portfolio. Even if it's not a clear like site that anyone can go to, if they want to know what your work is like, you need to have a clear page where they can see all of your work. Otherwise, you're just word of mouth. You know, if you're offering a visual service with no visuals to show, it's definitely going to need something online, even if it's just a port or a website. Sorry.
That's all right.
Trying to think, what else is there? What was the other question? Sorry, you asked about having a website and how important it was to do what else?
No, I just said a portfolio, a profile, or a website, because you've answered it, because my friend is a photographer, and while you were speaking and you mentioned social media, he's just finished his website, and I ain't gonna lie, for about 3 years he's been working on this website, literally just taking time, picking the right photographs, picking the ones that he thinks represents his style, because he does the group photo shoots when they meet up in London and go around and do shoots and stuff like that. And then sometimes they get models there as well, so they get a chance to do profiles for them. And when you were speaking, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's like a similar thing. It must be important. So you've answered it. You've answered it. Yeah, I get.
In all honesty, though, it feels like the most stressful thing in the world, but what I've learned is you can never finish a website. Like I've spent 4 years on mine. I've changed the design and the layout at least 20 times.
He's done. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah. Even now I've launched it and I can still see some of my best photos are not on there, or some of my latest photos are not on there. Like a website is constantly going to be updating and changing your website. But
isn't that a good thing? Isn't that a good thing? It keeps you fresh. It keeps people that are watching you.
It depends on how you're looking at it. I mean, when it's you yourself, you get a bit overcritical and start to worry that you're not looking professional or you haven't got your things together because it keeps changing. But actually, it is a great way to show that you're still active with the craft. You're not just let it fade into the background and last checked 3 years ago, you're still being on it.
Yeah, I mean, even for me, when I first did my website, Laurel, you knew what I was going through. I crashed my website twice, and then the third time I started again, and then before you knew it, I actually sat there and took time with it and was like, I've got this, and I managed to just bang out my website, and it's there now.
And I bet when you go back to it, even if it's like a year later, you're going to look at it and think, I want to change all of this now. Like it's just a natural thing with websites. It can never truly be finished, but we have to just remember that before we grill ourselves.
This is it.
Yeah. What was it like getting your first paid job?
Oh, that was thrilling, I must admit. My first paid job was actually the Birmingham Fashion Week. I had to go and shoot at the event where they had the models walking up and down in the I'll be honest, I didn't pay much attention to what was going on in the show. I was just really excited to be there. But yeah, they were wearing some interesting stuff, and there was like different business trading their products around the venue. And I was nervous at first because I was the first time I'd gone to do a job where I didn't know anyone. So I was just walking around awkwardly taking pictures of the back of people because I didn't know how to go up and confront them. But yeah, I'd say by the end of it, I was still really happy. They were happy that they had pictures they could use. And yeah, I was just excited, like, oh, got paid. Maybe I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
I say I would love to do that again. I haven't paid much attention to Fashion Week since, but it was a really good first gig.
Oh, that was yeah. If that was the first gig, then yeah, that must have left a mark to go through such a thing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Have you still got the photos in your
I don't. I actually don't, because I was hired basically through Birmingham's council. They basically made me sign a waiver that they had full rights because the mayor was actually there.
Oh, okay.
So once I took them, I'd send them over, couldn't use them.
So that's another tip as well. Like, you know, be prepared for working and handing over sometimes a great picture that you've taken, but you have to hand it over due to your contract.
Yeah, it just made me think of another tip as well. If you are going to go out and do photography and you're going to do it on location, there are a lot of locations that will require you to have a permit. So you have to check that first, because I got very trigger happy and would just say, yeah, let's go shoot absolutely anywhere. And then I remember one day I went to Canary Wharf and I didn't even get to take those pictures home. I had to stand there and show the security that I was deleting all of them before I left the area. Yeah.
Wow.
So you have to really make sure you've read the fine prints.
So even though it's public, you weren't allowed to take your shots in Canary Wharf?
No. It was a nice, beautiful flower garden. I think a lot of people will know it because it's just right there by the station. You walk past it, beautiful little scenic area. People walk through it, sit down. But if you whip out a DSLR camera, there's going to be someone who comes up to you saying, I see your permit.
Oh, wow. I never knew that.
Take a phone.
Yeah. It's
damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
But, I mean, but the plus side is you can, once you like apply for it, you can get a permit. There's not really a real reason for them to say no. They just need to make sure it's not being used for anything that could be kind of showing the area in a bad light.
Yes.
Yeah.
That goes with shooting, carefully planning and being well thought out.
Yes, that's it. It takes a lot of organization, a lot of risks that you have to factor in, or things that could go wrong. Like, it's never as straightforward as just picking up the camera and shooting and done.
Nothing like us anymore. Well, we've got some of your work here. Should we show it?
Yeah, might be able to talk about some.
Would you like to introduce it, Laurel?
Oh, right. So moving away from photography, I obviously delve into other different fields in media, and one of them is creative writing. And in this case, I helped a film director with his short film writing the script.
Do we know of him?
So yes, well, yes and no. He's up and coming, so I'm going to give him some promo right now. If you can check out Wise Lone Films, he is more popular on Vimeo, but also on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Whilst this way, so a bit of background about this, because the beginning is a little bit slow. This is based on a true story about a man who had to live in his van for, I'd say, a good year before he finally got a job. So it's just showing that despite being homeless, he stayed hopeful, he maintained his faith, and now he's grateful for what he went through because he's gone on to bigger and better.
And you were involved in the writing?
Yeah, I was going to say you might want to move it along about halfway through because you're just going to get a lot of scenes kind of showing him settled in as a homeless man right now.
2.16.
And the French subtitles is because Wise Lone Films has a larger fan base in France than the UK right now. But the actor's obviously speaking in English, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it?
Can you guys hear it?
No,
No.
and that's what I was going to say. So it's I thought it was checked. So let's.
Should I give some more background information?
Yeah, just give us a little bit more background information, and then
So
we'll.
up until at this point, as you can see, there's a girl that's with him, and he's basically it's kind of a voiceover the whole way through. So I've just written it as though it's only him speaking, but there is a break for her to come in and say like, "How have you been?" She's a friend who keeps checking up on him and makes sure that he doesn't feel completely alone in his current situation. And he expresses how he's also got gratitude for her because he's kept him in sort of positive mindset, or just the fact that he's generally got a friend during his time of need.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's currently expressing her frustration in the fact that he's still living like this, and he's kind of gonna laugh it off, like to say, "Oh, you're frustrated," but in the end, he's just speaks gratefully about her and the fact that he's no longer living in his van.
So how long did this take to film altogether?
This took 1 day, but the only reason it managed to go so smoothly is because it had been in the planning stages for almost a year.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really thought out, detail for detail, right down to the color of the the color of the car, and making sure that the car park had like a train station nearby. Like every little thing was thought out. And then even the script, I think I rewrote it about 5 times before we could even make sure that it would fit in the exact time frame of the 8 minutes that the film was going to last for. And yeah. And then lastly, it was just sorting out the actors who really grabbed the emotion from the script in the way that we wanted.
Narrowing down a show, well, a video within, well, a film, let's just say a short film, 8 minutes. Must have been intense, like rewriting that over and over.
It was, especially me, you know, I can write and write and write and write, but and that was partly why, because Alvin, the director, he basically kept saying to me, it's too long, like it's too long. And I'm like, but you need them to understand all of this. So I'm just gonna add a bit more. But obviously I'm not a director, so I didn't understand he had a very strict time limit for how much he was going to be editing, where the right dialogue needed to be slotted in. So yeah, bit by bit, I started thinking, okay, that's not needed. Okay, that's not needed. But on the plus side, if you ever do get to hear it properly, it does kind of make for a nice cliffhanger. I think taking out some of that information, if you can see, a lot of people have actually said it's got them ready for the next one. Like they want to see more, like what's going to happen.
What's next?
Sometimes less is more.
Where can everyone find that clip?
Right. So I think the best place is YouTube. If you type in Actors Lounge or Wise Loan Films, it should come up under the name of Gratitude. And if you're a Vimeo user, it will come up as Gratitude for Wise Loan Films.
Okay. Well, if you pop that in the chat, we'll support that and put that on the tick at the bottom of the screen whilst the next bit's on. But it's good.
Guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow us on Total Exposure UK, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Make sure you do.
Yeah. Make sure you do. What have we got coming up next, Ms. Crumbs?
Coming up next is a returning artist. Actually, this artist came on our show roughly about a year ago, coming up to a year ago. So goes by the name of WORDZ, and WORDZ is known for his creative, complex wordplay, his wide vocabulary, and his vivid lyrical imagination, which he expresses through his music. He's recently dropped an album called Her Season, and I don't know about you lot, but I've actually taken time out to listen. Let's bring on WORDZ to catch up with him, to find out more about his new album and what else he's been up to. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Unmute. Tell him to unmute.
You're deaf on mute.
Put your fingers up to your ears. He can't see you.
My bad.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Hey, welcome back.
What's good?
Are you hungry today?
Am I what?
Are you hungry today?
Do you know what? I haven't had dinner.
Oh, again?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I might have a takeaway after this though.
Music fills the soul.
Yes, that's it. How's everybody?
We're good.
Really good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. The lockdown ain't getting me down. I'm happy.
So you got a new album, Her Season. Tell us about it.
Her Season. The album's literally based on relationships. Aspects of relationships. Both, experiences from myself plus, experiences from a lot of other people over the world. I tried to touch base, Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
How long have you been a creative artist?
Professionally, 10 years.
Jeez, decade in the game and that.
Yeah, about 10 years, bro. Yeah.
How have you grown from 10 years ago to now?
How have I grown? Do you know what? It's crazy because even 10 years ago, I'm not gonna lie, always felt pretty much futuristic. In terms of flow, I've always been futuristic. So I don't know, man. I feel like I've been. I don't want this to, I'm humbly saying this. Like, I just feel like I've literally, from day one, I've been on it. I've been, like I said, I'm futuristic. 10 years ago, I had songs 10 years ago that I feel could literally run now. Like,
have you always stuck to the same genre, or have you changed?
Have I, sorry?
Stuck to the same genre. So, did you start off in grime?
No, do you know what? I literally started off with Grime, bit of garage.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah, I used to do a lot of cassettes and stuff. You know, those days, like cassettes. So, you know, go to my mates' houses, and we always used to just literally record ourselves doing grime garage sets. Yeah, that's how it started. Literally.
What do you enjoy most about being an artist?
Jill, yeah. I'd say the freedom to be able to create, you know, also meeting other creative human beings, traveling to different cities, different countries, and also the love and the appreciation from the supporters. And I have to say the perks and some of the freebies as well. Quite a lot of freebies.
You got a clothing deal.
I won't say I've had a deal, but I've had some nice freebies from different clothing lines, and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I shout out LDM by Evans.
Hard work pays off.
Trying.
So
Loving
I've
the merch.
everybody.
What's
your top 3 artists of all time?
All time.
And it's supposed to be like, snappy.
That's
a good one.
All time, yeah?
Yeah.
We're not doing it in like no order at all.
No.
Okay. Just the top 3.
DMX, Jay-Z, Lord TCO. Can I say more than 3?
God.
Fine.
So Solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I could go on and on, but I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Did you actually say why, or did I miss that one there? Did you say why they're my favorite? Or?
no, but
okay, cool. That's cool.
You can answer if you want.
No, that's all good. That's all good.
Okay, I'll say why is So Solid up on that list?
It's gonna sound a bit. Alright, because I got family in Soul Solid. And I grew up listening to Soul Solid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good reason.
Supporting the family. That's all right. That's all good.
Family inspiration.
Yeah, no, that's where I got a lot of my inspiration from.
Yeah.
It's not an I thing, it's a we thing. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
So, WORDZ, have you got something ready for us?
I do. You ready?
Stage is yours.
All right, DJ. All right, this first one, how many can I do? All right, the first one is off the album. The first track off the album is called Got a Man. Yeah. Falling weren't part of the plan, though. Yeah. I know you got a man, though. Yeah.
Complete opposite records.
Yeah. Late night texting. Got your BS stressing. Can't get enough of your attention. Can't get enough of your mentions. All the things I wanna do, tempting. I lost your complexion. Getting cold signs from your best friend. I guess I leveled up then. Falling weren't part of the plan. I know you got a man. Both looking cozy on the gram. Where do I stand? I ain't a home wrecker. Nope, I just know better. You call me a co-stepper. Nah, I just know better. Falling weren't part of the plan, yo. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, though. Because you got a man, though. Oh, weren't part of the plan, yo. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, though.
know you got a man.
Yeah, if you got a good girl, keep hold of her. Don't take control of her. Take time, get to know her worth. Put your all in and make it work. If not, she may do you dirt. Check yourself before blaming her. Right? Stop blaming her. They say you will do what you've done to he. I just laugh and say Swiss and keys. No ID. EA, I play for keeps. Parade, I'll rain on he's. Not bad mind, I deserve a queen. Certainly, you should let it burn, that's third degree.
Wanna work out of the plan, yo. I know you got a man, though.
They will never understand, though. Because you got a man, though. Work part of the plan, though. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, yo. Because you got a man, though. Work part of the plan, yo. Yo. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, though. Because you got a man, though. Work part of the plan, though. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, though. Because you got a man, though.
Wanna work part of the plan, yo.
I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, yo. Because you got a man, though. Work part of the plan, though. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, yo. I know you got a man, though. Got a man. I know you got a man, though. I know you got a man, though. They will never understand, though. Because you got a man, though. Yeah. Yeah.
That was wicked.
For your season, you can go follow him up on Spotify. WORDZ.
Hey.
The first one on the list, if you want to go and find it. Spotify WORDZ. Make sure you follow people.
And so this track will also be added to our Spotify playlist of season 3 guests. Make sure you go and follow our playlist on Spotify as well. Total Exposure.
Yeah, man.
That was a banger. Listen, I'm ready for the next one, you know. I'm ready for WORDZ's next one.
Next one, yeah?
I'm ready.
Like V. Let's go. Yeah. Shout out CR Records. Shout out 2412 Media. Shout out Total Exposure. Yeah. Listen. Reflection scene them. Giving out words, no meanings. These times I was doing up queening. Yeah. Got smoke through the ceiling. Love's more than a trophy thing. How do you mentally cope and think? When your heart's been dumped to the bin, experience lost when I usually win. Had my heart all in it, forgetting other girls existed. From heaven, man, I thought you were gifted, but like reality kicked in. She ain't who I thought she was. The taste changed once the cork was popped. Feels like I was drunk in love, but right now I'm all sobered up. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep. Cause I thought she was the one for me. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep. Cause I thought she was the one for me. And if I said she wasn't someone I was into. Yeah. When you were down in the dumps, I was the only one that came through. Yeah. You was in a cold, dark place, baby. I was in an escape route. Yeah. This song cuts like a ramble, and usually I'm pain-proof. Man, so true. Had me full that April. Hole in the middle, that's a bagel. Instead of grateful, you stay playful. I could have had a bag of things, but they ain't you. She said that I don't need a girl like you, and you ain't used to a man like me. But I think we can make this work, cause you know we ain't too deep like. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep.
Cause I thought she was the one for me. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep. Cause I thought she was the one for me. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep. Cause I thought she was the one for me. She ain't used to a man like me. She said that I don't need a girl like she. Yeah, and it cuts real deep. Cause I thought she was the one for me. Total exposure. Yeah.
Jeez. Yes.
Off of his new album, Her Season. You can find it. Dip on the Spotify under WORDZ. The third one down, like me.
Thank you, really.
I mean, what else what can we expect from you for the rest of the year? WORDZ. I mean, you just dropped your album. What else is coming?
Do you know what? Well, I'm hearing the lockdown soon over. So, I'm going to be on a madness. I am trying to get on everything. Festivals, everything. I'm just trying to get on everything. Because this album needs to go global. Literally.
I believe it, man. Definitely.
Yeah. And you know what they say? Gigging and touring is where it's at.
This is it.
Therefore, 100%.
Imagine his tracks hearing it live, like with a live band.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that.
Oh, can you just, guys, like just to visualize, you know?
Can I ask about your lyrics? Like, how do you come up with what you're gonna say? Is it actual experiences for you, or just kind of off the top of your head, like, oh, that's a good side?
You know, some experiences, my experiences, some from other people's, and some is just literally, for example, a producer may send me a beat and he might be like, you know what, I want you to come with this subject, and so I just literally adapt to the subject. But with this album, a lot of the tracks were off my experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to ask because the lyrics are they're really good. So I was just thinking, is this like something you've lived? Either way, it's not easy to do. So impressive skill.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
I'm glad you're all feeling it.
Just to plug it,
Yeah.
We're having an anniversary. Are you gonna be here? Are you gonna be there?
Oh yeah.
For one of these songs?
Hell yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah. If there's time, I'll do the whole album.
Oh, if only we could do an album party, that would be lit.
Listen, album parties are coming, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be there.
Says, love it, totally love it, amazing sound.
Thank you very much.
Offline TV. Big up everybody that's locked in right now as well. And if you don't follow us, make sure you do at Total Exposure UK on all social media. Make sure you also follow WORDZ at official WORDZ on Instagram as well. Make sure you follow him on Spotify, which Gems has been plugging throughout the night. Okay, and make sure you also are following at LM.STERLING as well. Okay. Yes, you need a photo shoot, you need something done. Come on, holler at your girl LM.STERLING. Okay?
This is a place to network as well. Anyone you see on here, you can reach out to.
This is it. Open platform.
All right, WORDZ. I'm ready. You're gearing up for that next one, so I'm ready.
What?
Yeah, I can feel it as well. He's sitting there like,
all right. Okay, random. Ooh. Shout out Miss T on this one. Garage vibes. Yeah. We Big up everyone on the Instagram live. I'm locked in on Instagram live. We got everyone in the comments. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Look. Shoulder to cry on. I'ma be the one that you lie on. I'ma be the one you rely on. You and I, you would clip like an icon. Man, I wrote you a nice song. Something you can hear when the lights off. Something you can hear when I'm gone. So you can feel me when I'm absent. 5 years, that's a long time. You've been there from the jump. I'm proud because you're half of my heart, like show my blood when my aunt died. Something that a wife should do. That's why I want a wife for you. I used to like a few, but now lying on sucker on you. Yeah.
I've never known love
Like this.
Never felt passion till we hit. Boy, I'm so glad you're mine. Different kind of love I'm feeling. If you are the one for me, and I am the one for you, babe. You are my everything, my world, my king, my one and only.
We could be in total darkness, even though I like to walk in the light. We could dine in a buffet, and I ain't even a Chinese type. We could be in a country that's hell hot. We could be up in the cold, no shelter. Can't you see? No place that I'd rather be. So let's capture the moments. It's your kind and you own it. Ain't good friends for a hot one, so I had to present you a love song. Look, I know that it's wrong and it might sound dumb, but I feel you're the one. What's the odds on the vertical none? I need to know why.
I've never known love
Like this.
Never felt passion till we hit. Boy, I'm so glad you're mine. Different kind of love I'm feeling.
Oh Lord.
If you are the one for me,
Yeah.
I am the one for you, babe. You are my everything, my world, my king, my one and only.
Shout out Miss T on this one. Glad you're different. Love, you are the, I am the, you are my world, my.
Never known love like this. Never felt passion till we hit. Boy, I'm so glad you're mine. Different kind of love I'm feeling. If you are the one for me, and I am the one for you, babe. You are my everything, my world, my king, my one and only.
That was myself featuring Miss T. Make sure you guys follow Miss T at Miss T. Yeah.
Listen.
I was never to that all of that.
I was vibing to that. Jeez.
Love it. That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Words, man. Seriously. Wee. Bye.
Yes. I don't have a lighter.
Well, I always have a lighter. Where's my lighter? It's alright, I'm gonna come back and get it.
You'll be right here.
No, real talk, words. Thank you so much again for blessing our platform with your wonderful music. Seriously, literally,
I love what you've done with this album. I can't wait to hear the full album live.
Yeah.
Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
As always, man, listen, it's always a pleasure. Plug in your social handles and so where everyone can find you.
Yes. Oh, sorry. My bad. I got phone. Yeah, sorry. So, Twitter, official words. That's words with a Z. Instagram, the same, official words. TikTok, I started using TikTok a bit. The same. Chat, different. It's oh snap. It's words. Like, oh snap. It's words. But make sure you put a Z and not an S.
Don't forget the Z, guys. It's words.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Well, thank you again for coming on and blessing us with your creativeness, your music, your talents.
Yeah.
Man.
Serious talent, man.
On the 22nd of April at our first year anniversary.
Yes, catch WORDZ there with us celebrating along with other artists. Don't worry, we'll be revealing everything very soon.
Fun.
Crazy.
Well, thank you.
Right,
Cindy,
where's Butch?
are we gonna have Butch's in the background? But are we gonna have someone else join us?
We are indeed, and the lovely Butch Cassidy will be taking the honours on this one.
Right, big shout to WORDZ. Thank you so much. Loving. Oh, serious. No, that last one there. That last one's a go. Yeah, from a DJ. That last one is a go. It's a go. It's catchy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the rest weren't just as good, but when something's catchy, it's got that extra vim on it. So yeah, salute for that. Big shout.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate
and
that.
we'll see you on the anniversary. We'll catch up.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Bless.
In person.
Bless up. Big up, everyone.
Big up. Right, coming up next, we have a gentleman who is, I would say, a gifted entertainer, not just a comedian, but from a young age knew how can I say, be around friends and put a smile on their face. He was on TV from a young age of 12 as well, all the way through like acting, theatre, TV, radio, theatre projects, and he's done billboard advertisements and more, and worked with the BBC. But he's a scholar and a gentleman. So introducing the comedian known as LATEEF Lovejoy to the room.
Oh, dude, man.
Welcome.
Oh,
Hello, sir.
Wakey.
What's up, guys? I just want to say, I just want to echo, what that last tune that WORDZ put out, man. Again, that kind of gave me a kind of like an old school kind of Miami bass kind of vibe.
Yeah.
The melody was very much that. You know? It was proper, really good, man. Really, really talented guy.
Proper.
Yeah.
So you, Mr. LATEEF Lovejoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to get this corona sleep underneath my eye out first. You get me? I got this lethargic.
That should have done come out already.
I mean, my face is as bad as your haircut right now. Do you get me? It's terrible. I'm joking. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Man's rough out here. That's why mine ain't on. I put my hands up. I see you got the shirt on. You're die hard. Sorry, I just have to go there. Yeah, I am, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Arsenal, yeah, that's in my veins, man. From young, it's never gonna leave me. I'm always gonna be a Gooner. It is what it is. It's an emotional relationship, though, as most people know. But
yeah, it is.
It's with all that being said, Arsenal are still a great football club, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, brilliant. Now I'm gonna kick it off by talking about the history of LATEEF. Just by being 12 years old and managing to get on what I would call a very interesting TV program. If there's anything before that, then please let us know. But just inform people what the program was and how it started for you. Just appearing on just TV at a young age.
Yeah, man, it was back in the day, man. It was like there used to be this show called Mousetrap that used to come on like morning TV,
Yeah.
like back in the day, like on a Saturday and stuff. And there was this thing where, because back then obviously there was no internet and stuff, so it was all about, you know, you have to write in, and then, you know, a month later they get back to you and let you know if they want you on a show or not. So then at the time I was watching it, and then my sister, R.I.P., God rest her soul, she was like, you should write to them and see if you can get on that show, because at the time it was a really big show.
Yes, it was.
So I thought, let me just write them like a 2-paragraph letter and send it in the post and this, that, the other. And I completely forgot about it. And literally about 2 weeks later, a mail came in and it had this stamp of Maidstone on the back of it. Yeah. And I knew straight away that was where the studios were, because it was filmed in Maidstone.
Yeah.
So opened up the letter now, and they said, yeah, man, we want you on the show. So obviously, you know, one of the biggest TV kids shows at the time, I was super gassed, man. So it was crazy. I was literally like a celebrity for a couple of weeks in school and shit. It was mad. It was so mad, man.
So was that the first time as a young person being on television for yourself, like in entertainment, so to speak, even though as a guest?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because I mean, I'd always kind of had that performance thing in me, you know, like it's always been a thing. So I suppose that was the birth of me actually trying to, you know, have that opportunity, you know, because it was out there for people to have, you know. So I just thought, let me just, you know, kind of just write into these guys and see if I can get on the show. And at the time it was cool, man. And I got on there, and you know, I done well. Won a computer for my school. Big up Preston Manor High School. Do you get me? You know. So yeah, I mean, I won a computer for my school and stuff. So yeah, it was a very gassy time at that time. It was a big deal.
So then, explain where theatre school kicked in. Was that around high school or after high school?
It was actually after. It was actually kind of after college, actually, or between college, when I was in college.
Oh, right.
I done I done like 2 performing art diplomas and stuff, and then one of my acting coaches was like, "You should go to drama school. You should go to drama school," because you know he thought I had a lot of potential. So then I thought, okay, so I checked out the drama schools now, and I was seeing a whole heap of money that they were charging for people to come in, and most people kind of got in drama school at that time through like scholarships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I done a little bit of research, spoke to a few people that I knew, and they were like, you should go to Anna Sher, because Anna Sher is like a neighborhood kind of stage school, but that was quite popular at the time. A lot of people that were on EastEnders used to go there. You know, popular faces used to go there and stuff. Yeah, a lot of people used to it was a kind of quite a renowned school. So you had Anna Sher, then you had Barbara Speak, then you had Sylvia Young, which is very famous that everyone knows.
Yeah.
So yeah, I done that, and and the bug just really got me after that, man. And I just kind of continued with the whole acting thing, continued to train and kind of just try and improve myself, and then, you know, stand up came along after that, pretty much.
Oh, so in between the college and going to theatre school, did you have any other attempts or gigs or anything theatres or anything like that in between?
No, I actually didn't get my first agent until I was 24.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was well after that time. I think that time was purely about me kind of just developing my skill set and kind of getting that confidence and kind of learning how to kind of have a professional attitude towards, you know, the industry and stuff. So I went to Identity Drama School, which obviously now is a very famous drama school. You know, because obviously from that drama school, people like John Boyega came out of there, Letitia Wright from Black Panther came out of there, Damson Idris from Snowfall. Yeah,
oh, wow.
And obviously
I love Snowfall.
And Femi Oggins, who's a really good friend of mine, was the founder of the school at the time. So that was like that was like my continuation into acting.
So all right, you just mentioned it as well. So where did comedy kick in? Where? Because I always have to ask comedians, were you self-taught, or was there a coach or mentor? Where did comedy come from?
I was always a fool. I just wanted to get paid for it. Like, yeah, I mean, I remember.
LATEEF,
like,
I'm trying to big you up.
I was always
no, speak it as it is. Speak it as it is. Go on.
Listen, you know what it was? I think comedy came about through me having a lot to say and a lot to joke about, but didn't have a platform in which to do it.
Right.
And that's the story of a lot. That's the story of a lot of actors. A lot of actors who obviously want to do so much performing. A lot of them kind of got into stand up as well at the time to kind of have a stage and a platform and an audience. So essentially, that was what it was for me. Yeah. So then, but then as time went on, I kind of found that I kind of had a flair for it. I didn't really have much intimidation. I didn't really have much fear. I kind of just knew what I was passionate about speaking about, and obviously, like, you know, the emergence of the internet as well, that just gave man a whole heap of ideas, because by that time everyone's exposed to everything. You know? And that even has that has a lot of influence on how I even write my material to this day. Do you get me? So and yeah, and not only that, bruv, like there's the UK has always had like a healthy like black contingent in comedy, like, you know, so I came up with like Mo Gilligan, Kojo, Babatunde Alishi, Victor Daniels, Mr. C, Ola, Nabil Abdul Rashid from like Britain's Got Talent. So we all kind of like knew each other and kind of know each other within that circle. Kane Brown.
Oh, right. So I have to ask, you're self-taught, you're thinking about this comedy route. What was your first gig like? Can you remember it?
My first gig was mad, because like my friend was putting on a fashion show, and the host bailed out at the last minute. So like he had previously seen me do a few little things here and there, and he thought, bro, like, I think you come on the show and host it, lad. Please, please, please. He was like begging me, and I thought, you know what? This 20 quid will come in handy, you know. Like,
20 quid.
that was listen, my diet was baked beans and hard-boiled bread. So I was like, you know what, at least this can get me a couple of chicken wings.
Yeah, you know.
For real.
So I literally like went on stage now, like, because it was a modeling thing, so there was a lot of models there and stuff, and obviously in between the models they needed people to kind of keep the audience warm and what have you. I just grabbed the microphone, I was just on a wave, and I just started just doing like ad-libbing stuff and this impromptu stuff, and then people just started busting up, started just laughing, and people were just like, you know, they were amused by it. So that was the birth of it, really.
Okay. And then did you, how can I put it, after doing that and you know, getting the reactions, the so forth, was it did you just put a line underneath it and say, right, that's my Arsenal, I'm getting into it straight away, that's it, I'm going to take it serious?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, my brother, absolutely, man. And at that time as well, that was the emergence of Kojo's Comedy Club, which was massive back in like 08,
on the Sunday,
around that sort of time. Yeah. So that was a time where kind of like a lot of comedians kind of cut their teeth and all that kind of stuff. And I've just kind of kept it going, and I've always tried to kind of make sure that my stand-up is international. Now that, you know, where I'm at now, past couple of years, I've been to like 15 countries performing. Yes, I've been to like Singapore, Thailand, South Africa, Dubai, all over Europe. Yeah, just doing my thing, man. Malaysia, Thailand, all of that, man.
See what happens when you find your passion. Jeez.
And you know what it is? That came out of, but that came out of kind of almost frustration, really, because I always felt like I had an international voice, and I kind of feel that sometimes in the UK, it's very difficult for any artist to really expand what they do. Even if you're like a presenter, if you're a musician, it's quite hard to kind of really kind of let people know that you're of an international reckoning. Like you can go around the world and do this. So I just kind of just took some time out, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna just Google some comedy clubs and stuff and everything else. And I was lucky because at the time I had just got my endorsement with USwitch, which I first got in 2017, which was a massive endorsement. So that kind of helped push push my kind of notoriety a little bit, you know. So that kind of helped me kind of get their attention. Like, okay, oh, you done this massive campaign in the UK. This big commercial.
I was going to say, can you actually just let people know that you did the U Switch advert? Like, you were the person saying U Switch on the U Switch, and you also explain how you became Father Christmas as well, because I remember that campaign.
Oh wow!
I nearly crashed my car. I was like driving down the road, and I'm like, that's LATEEF. LATEEF's on the billboard. What's he doing on the billboard? And I was like, yeah, that's my G. You know what I mean? Sorry, go on, tell the story.
Yeah, so the U Switch came about. So like, my agent got this thing that came through, and she was like, they're looking for this character to push their this massive campaign that they've got. It's going to be on basically on every form of media. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be all over billboards. Question is, can you do a really authentic comedic American accent? And I was like, first of all, how do you define what that is? Because that's just like so many different things at once.
Yeah.
So like basically, and I thought, okay, cool. I think my American is decent. I thought, let me just kind of get a vibe of what they might need and stuff. And I remember like on the breakdown information, they had referenced like, you know, Vince Vaughn, Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy. We want people of this kind of character.
Yeah.
So cut a long story short, I went to the audition now, and I was like on autopilot, you know. I was really kind of like, you know what, I think this kind of fits me. So I was a little confident. I was like, yeah, I think I can probably do this, you know. So like I went in the room now, and I done my thing, and I left. And then as I was about to leave the door, my agent called me and said, oh yeah, by the way, they want you to stay around for another couple hours. Are you free? And I was like, okay, why would they want me to stay around for a few more hours? And my agent was like, between me and you, the client just called me and they kind of like you, so they want you to stick around. So I thought, all right, shit, cool. So, you know, so them times that my confidence was up, I was like, all right, I got this motherfucker. So, you get me? So like, I was in the room now, and it went well. The rest of the day went really, really well. And then, next morning they were like, yeah, you know, they want you to be the face of U Switch. And my agent just said, you know, you're gonna be exposed a lot, so you know it's gonna be really, really cool. So that was that. But it's mad though, because before the U Switch, I was the face of the ITV Hub as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was the face of the ITV Hub.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I'm starting to think this is making so much sense now, because I thought he looks very familiar. And I wasn't sure why, but now I'm hearing all these like adverts and campaigns. I'm like,
yeah. A lot of people have that same reservation as well. They kind of look at me like, I swear I ain't do that. You know what I mean? I get that quite a lot. So yeah, and Kiss 100 was fantastic as well, because I think that was my first one that really kick-started everything really.
Yeah,
from Kiss, because Kiss was wicked, man. They had a really good idea. They wanted to kind of promote Kiss 100 during Christmas, so they came up with this idea. They wanted this really black, flamboyant Father Christmas, but who was very tasteful and funny, not like stereotypical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they were like, So they cast me in that. So I've done like the radio ads for like, I mean, that campaign lasted like 7 years. Every year I was doing like radio ads for that. For like 7 years, man. I was like, damn.
That is a touch. That's touch.
Pretty dope, man. Yeah. So that's kind of been that. And then acting wise, it's been a bit mad, because like I've had a lot of good opportunities come through in terms of like auditioning, which has been really exciting, because I like 2019 I auditioned for Coming to America 2. Yeah, I auditioned for Coming to America 2. Yeah, I did, man. I auditioned for Eddie Murphy's son, Lavelle. I auditioned for that character. I read for that one. And I read for Big Ream, which Tracy Morgan played. But originally it was supposed to be his cousin of the same age.
Oh, okay. Not an uncle. Yeah, because they made it like an uncle type figure. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I had my boy come round, help me with the self-tape. We done that self-tape for like 5 hours.
Oh, mate.
Oh, listen, it was intense. I just wanted everything to just be banging on the tape. I was like, this is gonna be, I have to do this correctly. So literally, we were like up for like we didn't finish. We started that self-tape at 10 o'clock at night. We finished it 4 o'clock in the morning.
Grinding.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was doing it, deleting it, doing it, deleting it, doing it, deleting it, to make it a bit stronger. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, man. So that was So that was pretty. That was a real touch, man. That was like, that kind of made me realize that, like, and this kind of goes for all artists, I believe, as well. That sometimes as artists, whether you're a singer, photographer, whatever artist you do, we often believe that a lot of things are very far away from us, and they're actually not. They're very near.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a question of you having the opportunity and someone giving you the chance to show your talent and give you an opportunity, you know? And I believe that, like, once you're consistent and then you go to bed thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it, and your drive, your determination is purely about your art and your business, then I believe that eventually, inevitably, you are going to get your opportunity. You're going to get it. It's going to happen. It really is.
That's some strong words there. That's
absolutely, man. Like, I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'll give an example. Like I remember when I saw Daniel Kaluuya 2015 in Holloway with a plastic bag in his hand getting on a bus. Daniel Kaluuya, like, understated at the time, like, just normal, everyday person. And we had a conversation and we were just talking about the business. And I said, you know what, bruv? I said, you know what? And this goes for the both of us. I said, continue to do what you're doing, bruv, because at some stage, with your work ethic, you're going to get an opportunity, you know. Continue to drive and do what you need to do. It's going to happen for you. Because he was already coming along that periphery anyway. Yeah. And then a small little film called Get Out came out, and then the rest they say is history.
Bang. Just blew him up all over the place. Crazy.
You know, and there's so many people that are just literally a song away from that, an audition away from that, a social media channel away from that, a photograph away from that.
Yeah.
You know, a 16 bar and a song away from that.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Could you because I've heard you mention it a couple of times. How important is an agent? Because you've mentioned it a couple of times, so I have to ask.
You know what? That is such a good question. I will probably say an agent is pretty much 80% of you kind of getting the opportunity. And I only say that because they have the key to open the door. A very good agent. I'm not saying that you can't yourself. Yeah. But like a good agent has the ability to really kind of open up a door for you. For example, like I've got a manager in America. Now, if it wasn't for my manager in America, I wouldn't have known about something like auditioning for Coming to America too.
Right.
An agent is very important because some agents work directly with studios. They work directly with directors, and it's almost like a top music producer. You have to have a good music manager to know that this guy produces great records. This guy's done stuff with, this guy's worked with this person, that person. So that relationship between them and the industry has to be very important.
Right. Right.
But at the same time, though, like what you do, your own self-development is the key, because your own self-development, that's the blueprint for your uniqueness in the industry. That's what makes you different from everybody else. And that's what it's really all about, being different.
So brilliant words, because we got a lot of people who take notes like in our shows, and we realize that, and they say thank you. So thanks for sharing that. I want to just skip, I don't know what part of the time frame it is, but were you on BBC 3? Was it? Is it a show that you were doing?
No. What it is, I'm currently No. What I'm doing now is I've just finished, like, because lockdown has kind of really unlocked a lot of my creative energy. So I've just finished writing and self-producing a one-camera, one-man sketch show that I'm trying to pitch. I'm looking to start pitching that now with a couple of members of my team. Yeah, so BBC Three might be one of the people that we look at, but no, a lot of my stuff has mainly been affiliated with ITV and. I haven't really. I've done a couple of things for BBC. Big up BBC for my Crime Watch part though. They gave me a part in Crime Watch one time.
What do you mean? What do you mean a part in Crime? What, you recreated something?
Wow, I played a killer. This face played a killer. You know what I mean? And you know what's so deep? Yeah, they said, can you have a really scary Jamaican accent? Because this guy was a notorious Jamaican killer. It was like so like, you know. So I kind of went into the house now, shot up a couple of babies, and came out. I was like, boom. See you later. I just came out the crib.
I can't believe what you're saying to me. That's nuts. That is nuts.
Trust me. Those every actor will tell you, yeah, that their first BBC part, 9 times out of 10 is a Crime Watch. What do you call it? Reconstruction.
Reconstruction. Damn.
9 times out of 10. Yeah, but you know, we've kind of moved on now, which is nice. We're kind of like in that Amazon Prime, Netflix era now. So. You get me? That's kind of cool. So hopefully there'll be a bit more things that, you know, kind of reflect us in more of a positive light, because, you know, there's a lot of positivity when it comes to Black people that is not always shown.
Right.
That's one thing I say about the films that come out for our community. It's very much based on the roadman life, and I'm just literally now looking for what's going to represent the ones that are the tech savvy guys that are making millions. What's going to represent those guys? And that's films and writing I'm looking for now.
Absolutely. No, and I totally agree with you. And I think that the good thing is, I think that's coming. I think that's starting to become a thing now, because don't get me wrong. I mean, the roadman thing is a story, and it's one that is always familiar to a lot of us. But I still believe that there's so many, like, if we're going to talk about Black people, for example, there's a lot of Black stories, love stories, like integrated stories that need to be told, because there's some great stories. And also as well, there's a lot of great Black women that are not really getting the recognition that they need to be getting out here. You know, people that have done like stuff like historically, do you know what I mean? And their stories of their relationship. There needs to be a lot more of that.
100%. 100%. I think Freddy Krueger done well on his recent film. I don't know if you caught hold of that one. Yeah.
Big up Freddy Krueger. Yeah, big up Freddy Nwankwa. Yeah, Freddy is one of those people that you know, he kind of likens himself to the UK's Tyler Perry, and I agree with him. I believe that if he continues to do what he's doing, he's gonna do well. He's doing some massive moves. I don't know if you guys know, but he's about to produce a film. He's about to kind of self-produce the film of Donald Jones. Donald Jones, an R&B singer.
Stop it.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, he's producing a biopic of his life, man.
What?
Yeah, man. So there's you know, I think sometimes in this business, man, you have to have, like, I kind of call it the audacity to be audacious about what you want. Like, have no fear about, you know, there's no such thing as unrealistic, in my opinion.
I like that.
If you believe, there isn't. I mean, even for me, like, I've got so many aspirations that I want to do that when I think about them, I don't even think about them ludicrously. I believe that I can do them. So I put that in my head. So every day I wake up, okay, it might take some time, but anything that's great or potentially great for anybody always takes time.
Yeah. No,
So I don't mind the time because by the time it gets to the point where it needs to get to, it's just going to be something that's really going to speak for itself and it's going to stand alone. So that's really what I want to create, and that's really what I'm focused on right now.
Okay. How important is YouTube in a comedian's repertoire? Like, you know, sketches and doing stuff. How do you use yours?
To be honest with you, I use my YouTube, and this is mad, but this is what I literally use my YouTube as a storage space. So I literally, I say that because what I do is I create something and then I let it sit there for a little while, because I'll probably create something else where I can incorporate that. So I don't really want to put it out there. Even if 20 people have seen it, I'd rather kind of keep it there. If someone requests it, then I'll send it to them if it's for a specific reason. I like to kind of have it there because I'm always creating things that I want to add on top of what I've already got to create a show, or maybe like a 4-part episode for a show. So then when I get into the rooms of, you know, the BBCs or the Amazon Primes or the Netflixes, I have like an ensemble to show them that is that no one's seen yet, you know.
Okay.
And then off the back of that, that's when hopefully the popularity of the social media will come into play. Like some people, it happens. Some people it's social media TV. Some people it's TV social media. It depends on your, you know, or studio or production social media, I should say. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Didn't I see you work with a lady from a TV show? What was the other show?
Oh yeah.
She was in Storage Hunters. That's it. The lady from Storage Hunters.
Yeah. Leonie Brown. Yeah, Leonie Brown is a good friend of mine.
That's it.
It was mad because like me and her, we met at an audition. We done an audition for Green Flag one time, and when we met, the chemistry and the synergy was off the chart. We just got on like a house on fire. We just connected so well, and we were like, you know what, come and do our own thing. So I thought, yeah, man, we should just try and do something. So we kind of got our, you know, we got our little shillings together, a little pound notes together, and I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Can we write a sketch show and kind of just do like a 20-minute, let's just produce a 20-minute sketch show pilot that we can kind of have as something to kind of show people and stuff. So we literally just, you know, got our money together, you know, hired out a camera crew, and got some locations, got some costumes, some makeup, and we just done a show called He Said, She Said.
That was it. I think I caught one of the little things. I was like, this is a weird like combination, but I get it. Because you lot went in, you had different little sketches, and I was like, yeah, that's why I was asking, you know, how you use your YouTube and so forth and whatever. Is it to just put ideas and thoughts and so forth and tryouts and trials?
It's primarily for that, you know, but it's primarily for content at the moment, and then hopefully when stuff starts, you know, gathering momentum, then I'm going to revert a lot of that to my YouTube and start to everyone's favorite YouTube word, monetize this motherfucker. Google, pay me some goddamn money.
Hey.
You know, but right now it's basically a storage space. That's what all my work goes. I'll leave that there. I'll create something else. I'll come back to it, and then I'll kind of format a show. Like for example, with my parodies now, and that just came out of pure lockdown boredom and frustration. You get me? so it was like, wow. What's that?
I was gonna say, I mean, on that note, I mean, we can play a video shortly, one of your parodies.
Yeah. So I'll quickly explain it, right? So I kind of want to kind of to have like a very old schooly kind of LL Cool J type of vibe, but like with a funny kind of little twist to it, like a Snoop Dogg, Drop It Like It's Hot, but like a little twist to it, because those are quite catchy songs and stuff. So I thought, you know what, let me just, write something and then just produce it and then just kind of put it out there and kind of see how people react to it. Corona Pandemic, the first one that I did, that one went crazy. People loved that. Like, I got like that kind of done some bits on Facebook, and it was a good video, man. That one was hot.
Good shout.
Excellent. Let's get that loaded up. Let's have a look at some of your parodies, and then we'll come back and chat with you. Who's got control of that? Let's go. Let's run LATEEF's parody videos. Give us a sec. Technicals. Give us a sec.
Cool Joy.
LL Cool Joy Corona Pandemic. Let's go.
Cause I know how it is down this time in lockdown. Put the Vaseline down. You soon will be able to go out of town and find yourself a baby, you know what I'm saying? LL to the Cool Joy. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Yeah. This lockdown got me in a frown. COVID-19, I wanna slap your ass down. Moving around like a virus, more contagious than songs performed by Miley Cyrus. This is a pandemic, China, Europe, America, South Africa, gon' get it. This lockdown is causing economic stress, crazier than the muscles that I build on my chest. Stay safe and keep social distance. Your strong immune system will build up resistance. Let's help the elderly and vulnerable. Selfish people panic buying, man, that shit ain't honorable. Trading laws be broken. This much for hand sanitizer? Man, what kind of weed you smoking? You better be joking. Tissues. For $9.99, man, you should be behind a prison cell, do enough time. Massive shout out to the NHS. Hey, yo, big up to everybody walking around with a mask on their face. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Michael Jackson used to walk around with a mask on his face? And everybody started laughing at him? Now everybody walking around looking like they want to be starting something. Hey, yo, big up all the supermarkets, man. Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's for keeping that 2-meter line, practicing social distancing. Hey, yo, come to think of it, man, I need social distancing from some of you guys' breath. Some of you guys got bad breath. Some of y'all got halitosis with the mosis. And big up all the bus drivers, man. Free travel, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to use my Oyster card to tap on and tap off anymore. And also, big up the HMRC, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for my universal credit to come into my bank account. Oh shit. And most importantly, man, love one another, be safe, treat each other kindly, have respect for everybody, and let's get over this pandemic. This is another House Arrest Records production. Oh yeah. LL to the cool, to the joy. That's what I'm talking about.
How did you get that? Oh my life. Oh no, I give you that. If that's what creative juices start flowing through lockdown, then boy, that's nuts. That is proper. To me, I think the beauty of it is like when you're in that lockdown mode and you are creative, you're thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I built. I got a balcony. I built a bench out of pallets. I started making music. I started doing mad crazy stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? You really push yourself. So just to, you know what I mean, for you to come up with a concept and then use the pandemic as part of the concept of LL Cool Joy. I give you that one. I give you that one.
Thank you, man. You know what it was? There's two inspirations that got me. Now, thank you, man. I appreciate it. There's two inspirations that made me do that video. Yeah. So I was watching You remember that Flavor in Your Ear remix, old time tune?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So the
with
video
white
was shot in
background.
black and white. Yeah. The
Yes.
video was shot in black and white. And I remember LL Cool J kicked his verse, and I thought, you know what?
Skeezy, Mootitious. Skeezy,
That's the one. Delicious. Yeah. And I thought,
yeah.
I thought, let me kind of do a little play on that a little bit, but like make it like a whole tune as a character. So I thought that's how that came about. And also as well, at the time, there was another video that was killing the internet. It was a 10 COVID commandments. Yeah. So some rapper from the Bronx, I forgot his name, but he put out this tune where he was using Biggie Smalls' 10 Crack Commandments backdrop. And it was about COVID as well. And I thought, oh shit.
Oh,
wow.
And that was a viral thing.
That's crazy.
So I thought, yeah, man, let me kind of do my own version.
Oh, that's nuts. Ms. Chromes, we got another one lined up?
Uh-huh.
Have you got any tips of LATEEF, sorry, have you got any tips for actors who are like wanting to keep their craft up? So like, you know how you have to keep your craft up by going to like acting classes and stuff like that. Like, what's your go-to? What is it, like improv, or is it like having a scene where you have to interact with someone else and on a script?
It's kind of all of that, you know, but I would say like these times now, I tell everybody like, get a camera and start filming stuff and write. Like there's not many people now that are going to be like, yeah, here's a film, here's a TV show. Like you've really got to kind of do that yourself and stuff, man. So I'll probably say to any actor, like always breathe, sleep and eat acting. Think about it all the time and think about ways that you can always improve and get better, and watch a lot of actors, watch their technique, watch what they do. Dramatic actors as well, comedic actors, watch how they do it, and basically just really like assimilate yourself in it and kind of just make sure that that's an everyday thing that you think of when you practice.
Yeah.
Strong words.
I like that. Yes.
It's like with everything. It's like with everything. Like it's like, even like with singing or like every single muscle that involves creativity, you have to just keep on practicing. Like when I got my first agent, she said to me, "You know how to sing it," and I was like, "I can a little bit." She goes, "Yeah, get some vocal lessons because in this business you have to know how to do everything."
Yeah.
Right.
So like the first 3 major theater shows that I got were 3 musicals. You know, yeah. One of them was Dancing in the Streets, which was like a celebration of Motown in the West End. I done the UK tour. Then I done The Harder They Come, which was like
love it.
I done the stage of that, and then I done the Billie Holiday story with Rain Pryor, Richard Pryor's daughter.
Oh wow!
Amazing!
Yeah,
that's amazing. Jesus,
this is crazy.
Just popping them out.
Yeah, literally, you know, I was very lucky, man. I was very lucky to have those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was like so.
But you're also spreading the gems for other people. No pun intended.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, and I think like, you know, I think it's a collective effort, because I think what you guys are doing as well is like very integral to people's growth. You may not know it, but even if it's like, you know, no matter how many people are watching, it's integral, because it could take 1 or 2 people to see this and be like, oh, you know what, I've got an idea, or you've inspired me, or I love what you guys are doing, like shining light on the UK. Because in my opinion, the UK collectively has some of the most rotted, talented people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The UK, because I'm in America a lot, and I told my American friends, I'm like, you know what? Do not sleep on the UK, yo, because there's people over here in this country that are so talented.
Oh,
yeah.
You wouldn't even know where to start if you saw them.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason why. Yeah, that's the reason why. Like people like Summer Walker and people like 7th Streeter and all those people in America. What's the other girl's name? Tiana Taylor. All those people.
Yes.
If you ask them who they're influenced by, they'll tell you Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu, her inspiration was Omar. That was Erykah Badu's inspiration. Aaliyah's inspiration is Sade. Sade is Leah's inspiration.
Yeah. I've heard exactly what you said. I've heard Badu say that Omar's the king of neo soul.
Omar's the king. You know, and the thing that really kind of and this is the thing that kind of to this day, still kind of makes me feel a bit emotional. Like Lyndon David Hall, like when he was around, to me, was like the Otis Redding of his generation, bro. And I was like, you never got the chance.
Yeah, man.
You never got the chance to really be a world beater like he should have been.
Yeah.
But you know, but when you look,
it really makes you think.
It does. When you look at the UK now, though, there's so many people that are just killing the game. You know, like Burna Boy, he's part British, and Stormzy and Big Up Gets. I mean, gosh, that's a story.
Oh man, I watched the campaign for the last project, and it's
number one record.
Yeah,
number one record. Are you mad? Nationally, that's mad.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
You know?
Even today on Instagram, I can't remember the rapper's name. He was an American rapper, and he's walking down the street just thinking. He goes, "I don't want no arguments. I don't care what anyone says right now. The UK's got the hardest producers. I don't care what anyone says. In this drill game, the UK drill producers are the best." And he was getting backlash from other American rappers, like, you know what I mean, so forth. And I had to scroll and look. So I know, you know what I mean, it's on all cylinders. It's the actors. We heard about Dr. Umar Johnson and everyone moaning about black British actors taking the American roles and so forth and getting upset with it. The UK is on fire. The UK is on fire.
I don't even want to start with that. You know, like you see that right there. This is what I simply tell Americans. I say a couple of things. I say, look, we all know that you guys' discourse is very popular. You guys were the people that put a lot of this entertainment on the map because you guys are the mecca of it, right? But I say, look, do you know how much sacrifice UK actors have to make just to get to America?
Right.
Yeah. How much money they've got to spend on a visa to legally work in America.
Right.
How much hours we have to do perfecting our accent so we're believable to an American audience.
Right.
How many Americans can come and do an authentic Nigerian accent, an authentic Jamaican accent, an authentic Southern African accent?
Let alone British accent.
Let alone British, exactly. Let alone a British accent.
Do it. They cannot do it. They cannot do it. And that's the reason why a lot of British actors go to America, black and white, and kill it because they have that's years of being the underdog, years of having to work.
Yeah. And there is that that Hollywood the British guy playing the villain type thing as well. You know what I mean? That happens, you know, the James Bonds and so forth and whatever. And but that's what on a whole, you know what I mean, the UK is just really, really on fire. And it's good. I just want to take a second to say, okay, you know, we're in these crazy times and so forth, but what's happening for LATEEF Lovejoy in the future, bro? What's coming on?
So the future, what I want to do is I want to do a lot more work in Africa.
Ooh.
So I've reached out to a lot of Nollywood directors, people that produce like a lot of the big Nollywood studio films, and I've had a couple of directors interested in working with me. So they were like, I said, So because you see the Nollywood thing, let me tell you something, the Nollywood thing is mad out here. The way that industry is gaining momentum, everyone is interested in it. American companies are interested in it. Disney have now invested multi-million pounds in that kind of content to do animation stuff and everything else. The music is killing it completely. But I would say part of what I want to do is definitely, you know, to make my emergence over there, introduce myself to that market within the next year or so. I'm trying to do that. and then not forget the UK. You know, I wanna create a sketch show that I want to be one of the one of the strongest and one of the most dynamic sketch shows this country's had in a long time. And I want to be the person that creates that and produces that and puts that out there and gets other comedians that I really have respect for to also be involved as well. But I want it to be I want it to be like a real throwback kind of real comedy. None of this, lukewarm stuff. Real comedy.
Yeah.
Can we affirm it? It's not I want, I am going to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've already written it. I've already filmed it.
You're already there. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I've already filmed it because again, the thing about the UK is like we have this modest disposition sometimes where we don't really shout about what we've got and what we can do because it's perceived in this country as arrogant or overconfident.
Right.
When in America, that's just the norm.
That's just a hustle. That's your hustle out there. Yeah.
I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do. That's how they do it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You know?
It's very true.
So I suppose I think ultimately, I mean, obviously the mecca is to work in America, yes, but I kind of figured that there's other markets as well, and I think that if you can really do well in certain markets, America's always gonna come wanting a piece of the pie. So I think I'd rather kind of just have that dynamism of kind of having a bit of stuff going on in the African scene, having some stuff developing in the UK, and then eventually doing motion pictures in America and TV shows. That I would also want to write and create stuff for that market as well. So it's really about putting pen to paper, really writing, developing, and whatever I write, I literally film it so I have a vision of it as well. Yeah,
I've heard you say that a couple of times throughout the interview and the talk, and I think it's a very, very good method. Very, very good method. So anyone inspired by that, just take note. It's a good method to we've had great tips, from both of our guest host and yourself, and I think today you can walk away with some good ideas to spark off maybe a great summer for everyone that's watching. You know what I mean? Just
absolutely.
Just stick to it.
And you know what? I just want to say to people that are watching, and I say this sincerely to you guys as well, what we've been through in this past year and a half, I want you guys, when summer comes and beyond, live your best motherfucking life, yo.
Yeah, bro. Honestly. Salute to that.
It's happening.
Not let anybody tell you not a goddamn thing.
Hey.
Yeah. Salute to that, bruv.
Real talk on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an embarrassment to my family. I'm gonna turn up mad.
Say that.
But honestly, we've been through a lot, man. So it's like now, I think what this whole time has reaffirmed is like how delicate life is and how it's very fragile. So I always say that one thing that is worth it when you wake up every morning, is to be on your continued pursuit of happiness. Be on your hustle, be on your grind. And don't watch where you are, watch where you're going to be.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yes.
Too many people watch the immediate. You have to watch what's coming.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Preach.
Yeah. No, bro.
LATEEF, man. Seriously, hats off to you.
Now you guys as well, man. For real, man. You guys are doing a great thing. Like anyone that has a show, called UK Exposure says a lot about them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain people out here that I don't wanna share nothing with nobody. Do you get me? I'm not gonna say no names.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, it's good. We get you. Nah, you know what? It's we started talking again and we forgot about your other video. But this is what happens when when we get interested and we get interesting people on. You know what I mean? We started chatting with LM.STERLING and taking us into the world of photography. You know what I mean? WORDZ took us away. You know what I mean? Into his world with his lyrical poetry, and now we've got you just winding up that entrepreneurial graft and that mental, you know what I mean, that mental strength as well. You know what I mean? Just to be independent, do what you have to do, but do it and mean it and bring it into existence. And you know what I mean? And like you said as well, as soon as you get let out, just don't, no holds barred, man. Enjoy your life. Like, just enjoy life, because you don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the year. So let's just do it.
And you know, the good thing is, we all have a certain degree of preparation now. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, there's people that, you know, they talk about losing money and losing this and that. It's cool. Whatever you lose, you can always get, you know, you can, in that form, you can always gain that back. The main thing is your health, your vitality, and your focus. Do you get me? Everything else is replaceable. Right. Everything material can be replaced. Do you get me? So that's what it's really about, man. So yeah, man.
Just Kieran in the comment. I needed that advice, man.
I needed that advice, man. That's nice, man.
Big up Kieran, man.
Big up Kieran. Forever locked in every week. Bless him. Great artist as well.
Wow. You know what I mean? This is gems. Go on. Sorry. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock already. So you know what I mean?
Should we play the video?
Yeah, come on. Let's show some love. Let's show one more video, and then we can wind down the show.
What video are you going to show?
What have you got there, Miss Cromes?
I can't touch this.
Okay, yeah, that's old school. Yeah, that's quite a funny one.
I can't touch this. I can't touch this. I can't touch this. My COVID's hit us so hard, makes me put up my guard. COVID is killing this with distances I cannot miss, not good. With a semi-lockdown, nightclub shut down, no women around, no love. This ain't no hype, stay safe, all right, don't take off flight, just know. This is all too much, social distance, I can't touch. I can't touch this. I can't touch this. I can't touch this. No more raving for a while. Turns my smile into a pile of crap. Can't touch her girl, can't rock her world, can't cook her a meal, unreal. Only Tesco's as the Woolco's or barber shops are closed. This distancing is the new thing, what will the future bring? COVID-19 needs a vaccine, killing the scene. Can't meet my Tinder date, her name's Maxine. So many single girls on the dating scene. Coronavirus is on the long thing. Just wanna throw COVID-19 in the bin and start this year again and make new friends and wet my hands to the finish. And do all I can as a British citizen and make COVID diminish. Politicians talking all this crap, them man, they need to finish. This is all too much and I can't even bloody touch. I can't touch this. Break it down. Oh, distance time. Keep the distance. Keep the distance. This is another House Arrest Records production. This is LL Hammer letting you guys know what time it is. That's right, people. Continue to stay safe. Continue to social distance. But even within that social distancing, remember to love each other. Oh, yeah.
I
Right, you can
swear.
LATEEF Lovejoy on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and
TikTok.
TikTok.
Follow. Make sure you, as Gemma said, make sure you follow LATEEF Lovejoy. Give him some love.
TikTok, man. I mainly use Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, and like I like Facebook because like my mum's on there, innit? So like, so my mum called me like, so you know, I was on the Facebook, the book of the face, and you were not there. Why weren't you there? I need you to be there. So yeah, man. I gotta get mum's.
I swear, you're too funny. I swear. Where did you come up with the name House Arrest? Was it Productions? Why did you pick
House Arrest Records?
Yeah, that cracked me up. I'm sorry. That turned me over.
Because that's, bro, you know, that's what it was though. Like at that time, like do you remember when this lockdown first dropped and we was in the first official national lockdown?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That
literally
was a house arrest.
Yeah, this time last year. This time last year, literally nothing.
Literally, you couldn't do jack.
Nothing.
So I just said, you know what? Let me just.
Is how is this guy's stream so fresh?
Oh, I try to do my thing every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Like Butch would, like Cassidy would know this, yeah, because obviously we came up like NW10, Northwest London, big up Northwest, and like growing up, like the fresh trim was just the
key
necessity.
Key. It's so key. It was so key.
You did not trust me. If you did not, because them times there, most of like the R&B singers that were coming up were all from Northwest, like big up like Chooks and Edam and those guys, and you had like Damage, Corey, Noah, Rassan from NW, and like whenever you saw them guys, they were always like immaculate. Like everything was always like, you know, clean. So
sorry,
like
Chooks is Stilo. Those who don't know, they don't know. Chooks is Stilo. That's Stilo. Yeah.
Big up Stilo, man.
Yeah, we know him as
I know him as Colin.
Well, there we go. There we go. That's foundation.
This right now.
But big up Stilo, man, and you know, and obviously big up Rassan and Noel and Corey
from
and Jay
Damage.
From Damage as well.
Damage. They were from our bits as well. Yeah.
So Northwest, Raheem Sterling, big up him as well. Big up Raheem Sterling, St. Raph's.
Yeah.
George the Poet, St. Raph's.
St. Raph's, yeah. Northwest is doing all right.
Big up Nines, Church Road, big up Nines as well.
Yeah, got number one with his album. The Bits is doing well. The Bits is doing very, very well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very well.
Industry.
Yeah, man.
Say that again?
So taking over the industry.
We're finding our little corner. Everyone looks on the map. It's just either east or south. So in our little tiny little corner of the city, you know,
I gotta say though, man, like, you know, like major shout out to So Solid, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them man there, you know, they made us all proud, man. They really did. They're still doing that now. They're still making us proud because So Solid, man. You know what they did for South London, they like really got South London out there like properly. Like
they cracked the door open.
Absolutely,
they cracked the door wide open. I watched the interview with Harvey the other day, and just listening to him and just how humble and realistic he keeps it even now about, you know, being a young man on an estate and just, you know, the road, the journey. And they made mistakes, you know, as humans do, but then, you know, learning how to give back, you know what I mean, look after the youths from the block. He still goes down to the block and says hello to certain people, and if he can help out, he'll help out, but it's nothing to put on Instagram or nothing. He just does it. You know what I mean? He just go out and just does it. And even if it's just having a 10-minute chat with a couple of the youngers saying, allow that, you don't need to be on that anymore. Like, you know what I mean? He knows where he came from, so he doesn't mind going back. So it's all good.
And I even want to shout out Ashley Waters as well, because like,
man, that brother.
Like, listen, like I was watching a lot about him. Like I kind of like, obviously during this lockdown, he was going through a few issues and this, that, the other. But I was listening to Freddy Krueger's podcast one time, and he had Ashley Waters on there, and some of the things he's been through, I was like, wow, you've been through that. I didn't even have any inclination that he that he had so many setbacks, mental setbacks, financial setbacks. I was like, wow. And then when you look at what he's doing now, I've kind of got like a new I've got like a real respect for him, because it's almost like snap. You know what I'm trying to say? And as well as Noel Clark as well. Noel Clark's another one who I'm like, you know what? Yeah, man. You man have been really, really on this thing hard for a while, and you guys have had to deal with a lot of setbacks, given the fact that the limelight was on them, but they were still handicapped in many, many ways for what they wanted to do.
But they took ownership of their thing, and I think that's the story that underlining when you watch their interviews. They took ownership of their product. They took ownership of what they've done, and then negotiated with certain establishments and so forth to say, hey, do you want this? You got to work with us like this. And then that's when the fruits started bearing, like left and right. You know what I mean?
And you know what? That's the key. Like that's so true. Like even when we look at, like, I'll use America as an example, because I think most people would know like how entrepreneurship in America in this industry has really kind of gone really up there. Like people like Issa Rae, like having like a 40 million deal with HBO, and and also, whether she's watching or not, I hope she is. Big up Yvonne Orji, who plays Molly on the show, really good friend of mine. You get me? Big her up and ting.
Oh, you know Molly?
Yeah, I know Yvonne, man. I've known Yvonne for 9 years now.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I remember I first met Yvonne when I done some gigs in New York. Yeah, and like her story is phenomenal, man. But like what I'm saying with the entrepreneurship is like that's exactly the mindset, Cassidy. Like you really have to believe that you're the prize, not the industry so much.
Right.
Yeah. What you create, the industry benefits from. Do you get me? Especially in the world of like what you guys are doing with the media, with with the photography that Sterling's doing, WORDZ music, all of these things is like we're packaging our own art and our own creativity and our lives for the benefit of the media, for the benefit of others as well. So that's got to be taken very seriously.
Very.
So so big up anyone out there who's really pushing. Big up anyone out there who wakes up every single day thinking about the momentum of their careers. Big them all up, because it's such an investment where you have to wake up every morning and continuously apply yourself in an industry that is very kind of, they're not selfless like we are often. So sometimes we have to be the ones that really push the agenda and make sure that we get our foot in the door, and we have to bust that door open.
Yeah,
that's simple. It's that time now.
100%. 1,000%. 1,000%. I've just got to check in. Jen, were we all right for time? Are we? What's happening now?
We're over, but there was some.
Over. Okay.
We be having so much fun out here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening and learning. I'm just
yeah. Do you know what? I've actually been taking a lot of notes.
Yeah, no.
I'm looking down. I'm actually taking notes.
No, same here.
This is it.
If I could undo my camera right now, I'll show you. I wrote down some words that you have been saying, bro. Real talk.
Yeah.
And I know you from Foundation. You went to school with my brother and so forth. So you know what I mean?
Big up Russell, man. Big up Russell.
Yeah, cool, man. to see you where you are and what you're doing and the ride that you've been on. Proud is not enough. You know what I mean? Proud is not enough. It's just a small little word, but it's there, bro. It's love. Keep going, bro. Just keep
I appreciate
going,
it, man.
keep going.
I appreciate it, man. Like, cause when we look at like the world out there in this industry, like I say to people, there is so much opportunity out here. Like literally, there really is. Like, it's just really having the means of penetrating it, because there's so many people that are looking for something, and only certain people are going to search for that. Do you get me? So sometimes you have to kind of overtly be that presence. Like, I'll give you an example, like Beyonce now, and this was really interesting when I was watching a documentary for We Run the World video. She was looking for dancers, right? So she needed a specific style of dance that is only innate with certain people. Yeah, it's something that can't be emulated. You have to have that organic person or those group of people that can do it. So, cut long story short, she scoured the internet. Her and her team scoured the internet for weeks, and she came across this obscure video of these Congolese guys doing this shoulder dance with their feet. The shoulder dance with their feet and stuff like that. It's a really like very unique kind of dance that she did. And literally, if she never done that, she would never have found those people.
Serious.
Because she had to look. Do you get me? She had to look.
Yeah.
And they were lucky because they were lucky that she looked. So then, like we have to give ourselves the luxury of putting our work out there so there's more eyes on us, because it's very difficult, because it's very competitive. But I always say to people, once you're persistent and your work speaks for itself, it's about the quality of your work.
Ooh, yeah.
It's about quality. I would never put anything online that is not transferable to media or TV. I would never.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm gonna put anything out online, it has to be shot on a certain camera. I have to edit it in a certain way. It's got to be uploaded in, like 2K and all that kind of stuff. Just so it gives me the right representation.
100%. 100%. That's that. Oh, mate. It's been absolutely brilliant talking to you. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, brother, for saying yes, for turning up, for coming on, having a chin wag with us. Yeah. And dropping
really appreciate you. Yes.
I'm old school, I'm old school, but also as well, dropping some gems and jewels that we're going to leave online, and we're going to take some snippets, and we're going to push that as well. So we're going to tag you in the snippets as well, and as well, LM Sterling as well. We're going to, tag you in the snippets as well. Thank you so much for coming on and dropping your gems and jewels and words. Hopefully you're still watching in the background or wherever you are. Thank you for your performance. It's been absolutely brilliant, a brilliant episode. You know what I mean? So I see. Oh, is he there? Oh no, love. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you put me on your mailing list, man? I need some of them tunes for my Twitch DJ session. So please let me
Yeah, words. I'm literally gonna be downloading them your Spotify tunes immediately, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And with me, I'm an honest speaker, and I say it how it is. Them tunes there were solid, bro.
Bro, thank you, bro. Thank you, everyone, man. Solid. Honestly, thank you.
Solid, man. Yeah, like real songs, real good songs right there, man.
Thank you.
Quality.
Good music. Good music.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching our show today and joining in with us and listening to LM Sterling, Official Words, and LATEEF Lovejoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You can follow us at Total Exposure UK on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for giving us your time today, guys. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Yes.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye.